In this video, I'm going to show you some common NNPC graduate trainee questions. Questions they might likely ask you if you are applying for NNPC graduate trainee program. You may be wondering whether it is likely for NNPC to repeat the same question again and again over the years. The answer is yes, they do repeat questions. But the only thing they will do is they might reframe the questions, rephrase the question. At times they even repeat the question the way it is. Even if they rephrase the question, the essential meaning remains the same. The same principle remains the same. So you cannot go to job interview without preparation. So when you prepare, by knowing the kind of questions they have asked over the years, and you know how to answer them, you know what they mean. Because any question they ask you, they have an intent. There's a purpose they have in mind for asking those questions. And that is what you should understand before you know how you answer. You might answer correctly in one perspective, but does not suit the perspective of the company about to employ you. That is why I have to know the intention, what they want to know from you before you begin to answer any of those questions. Are you seeing me for the first time? Subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so that you subscribe when I drop my next video. And I have so many videos for you if you're looking for a job, you want to make money. Now, without further introduction, let us now move straight into the discussion. Now, let's start with behavioral questions. These are questions that require candidates to provide examples of how they have handled particular situation previously. The purpose of the question is to assess your soft skills, like your leadership skill, your teamwork, your communication ability, your problem solving ability. They want to know how far you can do in these areas. Number one, tell me about a project you carry out, the objectives and recommendations. 2, what are your greatest strengths? 3, what are your greatest weaknesses? 4, describe a situation where you had to work effectively as part of a team. Number 5, tell me about a time you had to make a difficult decision. 6, how do you handle criticism or feedback? 7, tell me about a time you went above and beyond your responsibilities. 8, describe a situation where you had to work under pressure. 9, how do you handle conflict with a colleague? And 10, tell me about a time you had to adapt to the changing situation. Next, let's look at technical NNPC graduate interview questions. Though the principle remains the same, these questions may vary slightly depending on the department you're applying for. First of all, the engineering roles. Number 1, explain the difference between the API and ISO standards in the oil and gas industry. 2, describe the process of well completion. 3, discuss different types of drilling rigs and their application. 4, explain the principles of reservoir engineering. Number 5, describe the process of refining crude oil. Now for geoscience roles. 1, explain the different types of seismic surveys used in oil and gas exploration. 2, describe the process of interpreting seismic data. 3, discuss the factors that influence the formation of hydrocarbon reservoirs. And 4, explain the concept of porosity and permeability in reservoir rocks. This time for finance and accounting roles. 1, explain the concept of discounted cash flow, DSF analysis. 2, explain the different types of financial statements and their importance. And 3, explain the concept of risk management in the oil and gas industry. Next, for legal and regulatory roles. The first question you might expect, discuss the key provisions of the Petroleum Industry Act, PIA. 2, explain the role of regulatory bodies in the oil and gas industry. 3, discuss the legal and regulatory challenges facing the Nigerian oil and gas sector. Now, let us look at the NNPC specific graduate trainee question. In this section, they want to ascertain the level of preparedness, understanding, and passion to work for the NNPC. Now, look at the question they ask you in this section. 1, why do you want to work with NNPC? 2, what do you know about NNPC? 3, what are NNPC's current challenges and how can you contribute to addressing them? 4, what are NNPC's key subsidiaries and what are their roles? 5, how does NNPC contribute to Nigerian economy? 6, what are your thoughts on the Nigerian oil and gas industry's future? 7. What are some of the recent developments and initiatives undertaken by NNPC? 8. How do you stay informed about the latest trends and developments in oil and gas industry? Number 9. What are your career aspirations within NNPC? And 10. Why should we choose you as a graduate trainee of NNPC? Now you have seen those questions, it's good that you prepared them very well. But note, there are some mistakes you should not make during an interview, either by mistake, slip of tongue, or whatever. There are some comments you should not make during a job interview. Even if you have gotten the whole questions correctly, but those mistakes can cost you the job. They might not employ you. What are they? I have prepared a video on that in this my channel. A mistake should not make during the interview. Watch that video so that you can be adequately prepared. Use the comment section to reach me if you have questions.